Welcome to the Crypto Nest. I don't do often stocks, but I decided to do Blackberry today. So as we can see, more likely up to now, we could think that Blackberry reached its lower low this year in end of December, actually last year. And then as you can see, we're doing kind of a side uptrend parallel channel movement. And actually it looks not that bad, right? And I would also say that starting from this year, if every time was kind of overbought around this level, you did sell some, and you actually bought some when they were near the RSI oversold, you would be quite nice because you would have catch several waves. So as you can see here, we had another one oversold, overbought, sorry. Here was oversold. And then once again here, overbought. Now here, honestly, it was a little bit tricky because we did do a kind of this movement. What could be the reason? Well, I suspect that, okay, now we are on the daily chart. The blue line is the MA50. So as you can see, maybe before it was kind of holding us, start to react as a support, and actually did maybe help to respike the price near these levels. But if you really stick with the oversold, well, for sure you could have sold here, but we're not really oversold yet, and here not entirely overbought. But then, you know, we could argue that if we change the time scale and go maybe on the 1 hour, then we would have able to catch that wave as well, but I'm not even going to count it. And so once again, here we were almost oversold. Not, it's pretty much accurate. And also price line, we were near this trend. So now, like 3, 4, or 5 days ago, as you can see, we were trying to get to this uptrend again that act as a resistance. Something, I think there was a news, I don't remember what, I didn't really follow, and the price plunge. Once again, when I say that news doesn't affect really, the fate of the chart, it just accelerated. So maybe we're meant to go there or make a new correction and then go higher. But anyway, as you can see, whatever news happened on, when was that? On the 23rd of September, well, today, actually even yesterday, we're back at that level. So, that's what I say, buy the rumor, sell the news. There you go. So, yeah, so that was, it was amazing. Also, we had this previous high here. So when price was reaching this level or even a little bit earlier, as you can see here, it was, we had a very nice strong candles, and after that the candle, they start to be smaller. So that was an indication that, maybe price could be reaching its limit. RSI was overbought, momentum, slightly start to be into the decline. So those are all hint that price can reverse. Now the news happened, and then it lost like crazy, like I think 15%, and now we're back on top. So what would be the next possible target for BB? Well, I would still say, this is a critical point again. So either price is going to break this resistance and go and more likely go and reach this uptrend line. So that should go around $6.30. We could also get rejected, right? So let me take the brush. So we could get rejected maybe a few times, and then after we go down. After that, if we have like a we can call that a double top. So it's not very bullish pattern if we get that kind of result. So I wouldn't be surprised if after that we go lower and break this kind of this year trend. Now I want to is Blackberry a good stock to invest into? Well, first of all, I would say it's important to maybe take a step back and check what's its performance in life, I would say. So it's always good to take a, my god, I'm not able to erase that dot. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to, as you can see now, I am on the weekly and I zoom out. So you zoom out and we get to his entire life existence, right? So here we go. Can we use Fibonacci and Elliott waves to analyze the stocks? Honestly, it does work, not as much as crypto, but it still work pretty bang on. So as we know, Elliott waves have 5 waves. So where are those waves in Blackberry? So starting from here, we have the wave 1, we have the wave 2. Wave 2, usually we take the impulsive movement length of the wave 1, we do a Fibonacci retracement. Ideally, actually, yes, I would say minimally, it can go to the 0.382 Fib retracement. Most of the time goes to the 0.5 Fib retracement. Ideally, it would go to the 0.618, $14.04. As you can see here, we wick momentarily. The low was $17. Let me round it up. So yeah, so requirement for wave 2 done. After that, we did a very nice impulsive movement to the third wave. Third wave, it's always the longest one often. The rules are the wave 3 cannot be the shortest one of the wave 1 or the wave 5. So we have some exceptions sometimes that wave 1 and 3 are equally. They have the same or about the same length, but then we're going to have an extended 5th wave. But in either case, to not invalidate the Elliott waves, wave 3 cannot be the shortest one, so that's a short recap. Now after that, so we have wave 3, which is the most impulsive one. We have a wave 4, which usually it's the one who recovers the less. So the pullback is going to be the shortest one because wave 2 can go up to, actually let me put it here on the chart, just for general knowledge. Here. So it can go up to 0.886. So it's almost retrieved by, you got to write that, it's 88% or 88.6%. So now wave 4, let me put it here. So we take the lower wave or the beginning of the wave 3 and we go up to the end of the wave 3. Now I take the settings for the wave 4. So these are the requirements for a wave 4. Let me just adjust a little bit here so it's not as messy. Alright, so it's pretty much straightforward. Wave 4 is not allowed to go below the 0.5 Fib retracement. If it goes below, well, I mean, it can wick out momentarily for one candle or two, but if we get one close candle, then it does invalidate the count for the wave 4. Then has to be something else. As you can see here, we went almost the 0.5 Fib retracement, but we didn't even touch it. And we went high once again, and we did a 5th wave. The rule for the 5th wave, once again, it has to make a higher high compared to the 3rd wave. So which in this case we did. Now this is, I would say it's a little bit, actually, you know what, let me do it. So what is the rule for the wave 5? So we take the length of the wave 1 and we add this length to the wave 4, to the end of the wave 4. Now we take the setting for the wave 5. All right, so usually, often, we have 1-to-1 ratio. The length of wave 1, we add it to the end of the wave 4, and we're having here the 1-to-1 ratio, $1.14. Now, this, it wouldn't apply because we had a very deep pullback, almost to the limit. So that's why the 1-to-1 ratio, we're not making even a new higher high. The next step, next reference would be the 1.618. And once again, you can see that even by reaching those levels, we're not making a new higher high. So as you can see, the wave 5, it just did barely a new higher high. Ideally, in those kind of situation, yeah, the crypto or the stock could kind of reach at least the 2x. Actually, let me see if he actually did reach that level. Where is the 2? All right, so as you can see, band on 2x, and then after that, yeah, the price started to decline. So now we're on the weekly, right? So was that a good time to buy, to sell? Is there any hint? All right, so we're having this wave 1. Let me take out this now. Wave 1, wave 2. Now we know that the wave 3 is the most impulsive one. How can you recognize? And here, once again, I did it. I don't know how I did it. I put my RSI within my MACD. Seriously. All right, so now I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to try to estimate or confirm the count is right. So this is the third wave, right? And the value of the RSI, it's 87.41. Usually the third wave, actually no, it's 70.37. The third wave is the most impulsive one and is going to have the most, the higher value in the RSI. Now we had a new higher high in price, but as you can see, we're having a lower level in RSI. So that confirming that the wave 3 count, this is indeed the third wave, and this is the fifth wave. Everything fits. Now, if we see here that, you know, we're making a higher level in RSI, after that we are having this pullback wave 4. It bend on react to these levels, and now is making a new higher high. But then you can see that here the RSI is in a decline, right? So this is a clear indication that the price is going to reverse. Also, you can see once again momentum, it's up. Then after, for the fourth wave, it's in a decline. After a recover, we are making a new higher high, and you know, we already start on the MACD to have a pale candle. Actually, we're going to have 2, 3, 4 pale candles, right? RSI is already in decline. Then we make this barely higher high, and after that, we start to have a bigger corrective movement. Now, 5 wave up, it complete a bigger wave 1 in yellow. And now after that, we're going to have a corrective movement. Corrective movement, usually it's is done by ABC wave. So it's 3 wave movements. So just to put it short, it's going to do a B, and a C, which is going to go lower. Now, you can see that I start to label some waves here. So once again, The 5 wave, they do work to go up, but they also can work to go down. But in corrective movement, Elliott wave and Fibonacci retracement and extension are not great, but they still work, but they're not as precise as for a bull market. So we can still see that with here we did a 1, here we did the corrective wave 2, this is a very impulsive wave 3, all this is wave 4, still yeah, we're still respecting this corrective movement in the levels of a wave 4, and now we are doing this 5th wave. So I believe more likely this 5th wave for the moment it's finished. So actually let me put it here. So this would complete the 5th wave. Now, as you can see, if you take the big picture, we had a bigger wave 1, and now we're making this bigger wave 2. The only problem with that is now this stock it's kind of dormant. It doesn't do much, and it's actually going on the lower and would say side, So you can see we're doing this downtrend channeling, which is not very positive because you're really trapped between this channeling. And yeah, so you can see that every time we reach this trend, it acted as a resistance and here as a support, and we're still really bouncing back. So maybe now it's time to erase those things. There you go. All right, so now, was it possible to make profitable trades with BB? Definitely, like going up or going down, for sure, you never want to bet against the trend, but you can see that every time, starting from here, every time we're kind of into the overbought levels, price eventually declined, and when we were oversold, price actually started to go higher. So if you just, let me see here, so here we were, I don't know if it works like this, no, I can, not really. So here we were oversold, here we were overbought, so you buy here and you sell here, you are in profit. Once again, here we were oversold, so if you would have bought here, then this time you would have been more patient. Either you would have sold here and then once again bought back here, or you're more patient, and then when you reach really to the oversold, you would have sold here. Now after that, it started to be clear that we're making this trend, and so now the more it goes, the more it's would say you have a precedence. So every time now that we're reaching this level, the oversold, actually here we were kind of into the oversold level, but we are far from this trend, so I would have gone for it, but here definitely I would have, and once again I would have sold here. Now you're going to tell me, yeah, but look at that, look at this spike, but this is like, it must be a news maybe, or it's just a mistake on the chart. I don't remember, I don't recall, but this is the monthly or weekly. Yeah, weekly. So I think in this time there was a big news, and now as you can see, we are once again not, we did reach the oversold, but we didn't touch this trend. So I would still expect perhaps yeah, BB to go lower and check this trend again. Now honestly, we're going on the side, so until price doesn't even I don't know, either break below this support and then we're going to make a new lower low, I would say, or even invalidate the longer chart. Just want you, didn't want to do that. So I'm going to put the trend, a trend line of the beginning of the wave 1, and that's the longer count wave. All right, so it's about this. We didn't do it. Oh yeah, it's the wrong trend, sorry. Horizontal ray, so I'm going to put this level here. This is the beginning of the bigger wave 1. So one other rule of Elliott waves, well, if this is considered to be the second bigger wave, actually let me put it into the chart. All right, so all this is it's considered to be the second wave. Wave 2 is not allowed to go below the beginning of the wave 1. So as you can see, our invalidation point is going to be $1.43. Now the problem we are having is that if price doesn't break, actually if it doesn't go higher and break this resistance and get out from this pattern, then we're going to actually go back, touch this trend, unfortunately make a new lower low and invalidate the whole chart. That would be awfully bearish for Blackberry. So now if I want to go on the maybe 4 hours, and maybe is there any option or investment possible short term for BB? As you can see, once again, I think I did it before. So every time we are in these levels, price kind of react. We did it twice here in the last month or so. And then, yeah, now I am again expecting, first of all, are we going to do something here? If we're not making a new higher high, then it's going to reverse for sure. If we go there, no, is there a chance maybe that we finally break out from this side movement and then go higher? And I mean, it wouldn't be that, for sure, if you did buy here and you are patient, and maybe you are going to start to follow closely at these levels. But I would say after that, price for sure is going to get to this level here, about $10. So that's about 121% potential gain if you did invested at this trend here. Worst case scenario, well, we get rejected and then we go back to this trend. So once again, another possible entry point would be if price go near here, you are going to be aware of this level here, previous low. So until it doesn't go substantially lower than the trend and doesn't make another lower low, this trade is still possible. So, but for sure, this is not financial advice. Where is the, yeah, maybe here like that. So yeah, I would say if price reach this level here, around this area, it could be an entry point. But then if it does reach, let me put the pen, where is it here? But if the price goes down, maybe it's going to react a little bit. But if it breaks down, then I would get out, because it's going to be very, very bearish. All right, so I think that's pretty much all for BB for the moment that I wanted to share with you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and have a good day. But by the way, I find that BB has potential. Now I don't find it's time unless you want to short. Once again, this is not financial advice, but there are so many better charts out there that I wouldn't go for the moment. At this present level, I wouldn't do anything. Yeah, so once again, maybe here, but even not sure. All right, so have a good day. Bye.